Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we will be covering a little bit stuff relating to ethankleine's lawsuit. Now we have here Nick Dioro actually saying a couple things related to that and how like a lot of Twitch streamers would use other people's content as a way like at the basically at the bumper, right? Like the rather than let's say using some type of like, hey, we'll be right back, and like, keeping it for 30 minutes to an hour, they'll use other people's content. And here we have Nick Dioro going into it a little bit more, right? When I think about Twitch as a platform, I oftentimes look back to a truly bizarre email I received back in 21. In 2007, YouTube launched a content ID system, and it allegedly cost $100 million to develop by 2018. Ooh, that's quite a bit. Twitch fired off a panic email begging for their users to learn about copyright, saying that they were caught off guard by automatic content. I think what this is essentially is you're using somebody's content without like some type of like say you're doing some commentary, because I think this started out as a response to the whole thing back when reactions, right? A lot of people would just sit on their monitor or have a camera pointing at them, and they would just sit there watching and maybe give a reaction or two rather than actually give some type of commentary. Now, to be fair, I kind of do something similar like that with my stream, but I do my best to be sort of entertaining, right? I do my best to be kind of entertaining, or maybe I'll read off the news as a way to break up the monotony rather than just staring at the screen and not saying a word. It'd be different if I was playing a game or something else where you need a lot more concentration and focus. But at least I try to do my best of a pause, respond, and go into a long rant. I'm self-aware of that. Now this isn't the only thing I'm going to cover. We have a lot more to cover. Now as we continue through this is a little video from Hassan Piker saying that ethanklein has officially received Baltimore status. What is it? The what is it? The LCU? Maybe one day it's gonna end up happening with the BBU when they give other people that same status. Oh boy.
Reserves. What is this? What do you think Ethan will say about this? Ethan? What do you mean? Ethan Nestor? He's a homie. He was at the Ice Out of LA protest with me the other day. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Reserves. What is this? What do you think Ethan will say about this? Ethan?
Yeah, it's a kind of childish to not call out the person name. Yeah, it's extremely childish. I mean, at least have the balls to at least like actually say the name like completely and not be a little wuss, right? This is the same thing that Keemstar does, and to some extent, it's the same thing that a lot of people do. I usually would respect people more if they just straight up say the guy's or her name and just make it obvious, but they don't, then we get stuff like this. So it is what it is. Let's move on. Now, Ethan decided to add another person. Ethan has added Seeing That Black to his lawsuit. I've been thinking deeply about accusing that I'm a misogynist for suing 3 women. You are correct. It's not been fair. Why I decided to add the Sun That Black? That's all your snake friend. Good evening. I've been thinking about so I guess the Sun That Black, who I didn't even know he existed until recently, is now being added on to this lawsuit. I guess everybody's getting sued. I guess that will be the title of this video. Everybody's getting sued. You're getting sued. I'm getting sued. God is getting sued. Your neighbor's getting sued. Your dog. I think Ethan is saying it as more of a joke, but given that maybe Ethan may be a little bit of a manic right now in his little manic stage, is maybe a lot more truer than we think. Right? Right? Now here, we're back to the Oreo. Nicola Dior Punter, if he had a role in Ethan, decided to add scene the Black is also. We were talking about this earlier. Dude, scene, I'm sorry, I just wanted some male representation.
While we're live. Oh, that's actually, dude, there's no what we were talking about this earlier. We literally were talking about this like a fucking hour ago. There's actually no fucking way. Did we just get Sean sued? Did we just get Sean sued live on stream? Is that what just fucking happened? I don't want any credit for this, but if it's real, I want it. Okay, just to be clear, I don't want any credit. But if I did do it, I want credit. Holy shit, dude, that's crazy. Ethan just announced on IG he's suing Sean DeBlack after we brought that up earlier. No, dude, Sean, I'm sorry. I just wanted some male representation.
John, I don't know why I call him Scene. My brain has this tendency to like shorten certain names, so like Jonathan, like John, right? That's how my brain works. I don't know why that it was Sean. Sean, it's actually not Sheen. My brain just automatically went to Sheen and not Sean. But I don't know. Maybe it's just a joke, the Oreo. That's probably what it is. But then again, oh boy. Here we got some detractors. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Ethan snark detractors are now hitting him with racism allegation at the editor Sean D. Black to the lawsuit. Creepy Klein added black man to his list of victims for equality's sake while on vacation. Feel like this is really more of a joke than we think it is than anything else. I really do feel like this is kind of more of a joke, but then again, this may not be the case, and I'm just here suffering. Let's get to the next one. Here we can see Sean's reaction to this whole Sean Black reaction to the late night Ethan lawsuit. So the fuck? Ethan decided to shoot Sean the Black, a black creator, instead of being misogynist, and he did it while on vacation, overlooking the ocean on his birthday. But we also have this from Taylor Lorenz. Called out Ethan for posting IG story during his vacation. Imagine being a multimillionaire who lives in a massive multi-million-dollar mansion, occasionally leaves your elite gated community to go on expensive trips and being on Instagram. Imagine, right? Really not that bad. It's really kind of dumb. Who really cares? I mean, these people are no different than Ethan. And then H3 subreddit put together this meme of Taylor Lorenz. I don't know how you pronounce it. Concealing trolls while observing over Ethan Klein, the independent journalist, always a journalist, never trust a journalist. Posted 40 tweets about Ethan on Tuesday and then call him obsessive the next day. A common tactic from that group. Imagine that. Imagine that. Here we have Ethan him, responding to Zoran. Hopefully I said his name right. If you're not aware, Zoran won the New York City primary. If you're not aware, he's a Muslim. It's white boy, Jihad Summer. Heavily fought. Forgive me for my sin. It is, he's a Muslim left-wing socialist. I think he's he's being supported by the various communist and socialist group. And obviously Ethan is, being Ethan. Take that as you may, and he's supporting him, but he's warning him to not be friendly with, funny enough, Hassan. Now, I didn't realize, I think Hassan has some type of Turkish Arabic blood in him. I'm just going to cover this so I don't get in trouble, but yeah. That's interesting. And it won't end because Hassan will respond to this. Here we have a video of Ethan once again offering amnesty to past and present H3 snark mod. Believe these are individuals who are big time detractor.
It's actually worse to be one of the H3 snark mods right now than the actual named people, because the H3 snark mods are all just named as does right now. And the reason why is because each of these Reddit moderators has actually been named in 3 lawsuits, whereas the Twitch streamers are only named in 1. So this could get really expensive for these mods. I do not want to be one of these mods right now, and I'm very...
So I didn't get to respond to that because I accidentally hit the stop record. But the fact that Ethan is going out of his way to straight up even like sue a bunch of moderators of the H3 Snark mod, that is in subreddit, it's insane. Now here we got some stuff related to Robin. I didn't believe that's Casey Tron. Hopefully I said her name right. The person that another person that ethanklein is suing, and you can imagine is saying that Reddit allows subreddit like Fox Mode to operate with impunity. 10k like from the front page. Robin Hood. Ethan is really out of hand. Now we got Hassan actually responding to this whole situation, right? So we're gonna actually watch it, right? So Hassan responds to Ethan call out on his Zoran collab. Apologize if I say your name wrong. He said he's so sad, pathetic loser doing this on his 40th birthday. He looks 40. I thought he was at least older than that. Mentally unwell, charlatan, pathetic, stupid. Just a bunch of words that a child would say. Let's see what this video is about. Hopefully.
It's crazy. To make matters worse, he's so fucking sad. He's such a sad, pathetic fucking loser. He's doing this on his 40th birthday, apparently, as I've been told from chat. Mentally unwell, charlatan, pathetic, stupid, hateful.
We don't gotta watch that whole video. It's just him saying a bunch of words like a child. No one really cared. Now we're gonna move on to this relating to Asmon Gull. Asmon Gull react to Casey Trump talking about her lawsuit. Showed no sympathy. Seeing girl that said, "I'll blank my mother." Hughes Ethan W. You're a disgusting person, finally being held accountable for the first time, and you're crying. Copen Seed, right? Copen Seed.
Later, the next thing I know, my dad comes in and he's like fucking crying. You know, it's really fucking traumatic to see your dad cry like that.
That's right.
You know, like that's what really like.
This is the same girl that said I killed my mother. The amount of sympathy that I have for this, 0. You get what you fucking deserve. That's right. That's right. No. Oh, Ethan W. Huge Ethan W. You love to see it.
Me like so freaked out. It's
That's
like
right.
how emotional my dad got about it.
I know, it must be so
like,
sad.
And I know people are gonna be fucking making fun of me for this, and like they're
I'm not making fun of you for it. I'm just saying that you deserve it. You deserve it. That's, by the way, if you didn't deserve it, you wouldn't have gotten served.
gonna be posting like videos of me like crying and laughing at it and whatnot. You know, like
Who would do that?
don't know, like I'm sure like what you guys are watching right now, like every fucking incel community that's been attacking me relentlessly for like the past 10 years is going to use it for YouTube clips because
That's exactly true. That's exactly accurate. You are a disgusting person. You have been a disgusting person. You bring up, speculate on, and attack people based off of personal trauma that they go through. You make accusations that are lies. You exaggerate and promote other people's lies. And you're finally being held accountable for the first time in your life, and you're crying. That's right. Shouldn't have fucked around. Nobody asked you to fuck around. You decided to fuck around.
And that is good old Asmin giving his little take on that situation. I mean, hey, fuck around, you find out, and you kept poking the bear, and now you're getting sued. I mean, on one hand, do you really have sympathy with these people? Hey, it's up to you. Personally, me, I guess this is content now. God, what is wrong with me? What is very wrong with me? So here we got Sean the Black. Can't believe Snurker caught him astray in the Ethan lawsuit. Why we dry snitching? Leave me out of this. Poor man.
Fuck you mean they found us? We? You speaking French? You speaking French? Leave me out of this. Leave me out of this.
He's like, no.
Teacher, he cheated too.
I mean, it's kind of sad that other people are getting involved.
Normal. I told y'all to be normal. Right? Y'all so worried about like, oh, this is how I'm gonna call it Ethan for his misogyny. Y'all drug me into this shit. Maybe I think Ethan's run to
I mean, if you're getting dragged in, you have every right to kind of just complain, cry, and call out people for like, why am I being thrown in? Why are you snitching? And then we got Taylor Laurel retracting her misogynist label on Ethan and share similar message from Kate Tenberg. It comes shortly after Ethan said he would reconsider suing Sean the Black if two independent journalists retract claiming him misogynist. That is.
It's not great.
Bad move.
It's not a great look to do great if you're trying to avoid committing copyright infringement. It's not great.
If you're trying to avoid copyright, okay, sue her.
After he paraded on the internet about how he was going to sue me and he wanted to sue me, guess what? Still no lawsuit.
Sue me, Ethan. Who the fuck cares?
Both got sued. And then here we go. Okay, better. I'm even so sorry for calling him misogynist. Ethan now dropped his lawsuit against Sean, who absolutely does not deserve it. Oh my God. Imagine that you have to drop. Imagine a journalist have to be forced to make an apology. I mean, in a way, forcing a journalist to do something like that. W. All just so one person won't get sued. That is just, at this point, as I'm going through this, all I'm thinking is, it's just one big troll. Is Ethan just trolling everybody and we're just part of his little game? Now we have more of this. Ethan said that Tyler Lorenz and Kate Tenberg, again, I apologize if I said your last name wrong. I'm just going to start saying your first name because I am bad with last name. Retraction do not count. Sarcastic, apologies will not be accepted. Snark, I need a mod to strictly post with a heartful apology. Do this and I will tear up the complaint. So we have this, and then this is obviously her being quite sarcastic. And then we have over here just Sean the Black response to Ethan retraction request rejected. This is the last thing I'll say about this, but ethanklein using me to force accomplishment women journalist to growl to his unironically exactly misogynist and he claimed is inaccurate in his very post. And then he presents a false choice. I growl at him and had to exert the control he wanted to feel over women. To deny him whatever gratification he gets from that narcissist behavior and should subsequently be blamed by him for a small creator being too. I rejected the choice. Oh, this gets even funnier and worse the more we read about this. Let's keep going. So we have two polls from Jeet. I'm pretty sure they are kind of very similar. This is 1 second. Is it 303? This one right here says Hassan speaks on the Ethan lawsuit, calls him a mentally ill stalker because... Can I say stalker? What? Because the legal system is busted and when you deprive manic and saying he also makes content out of it, it's just like cyber stalkers. Do you get demodded on Twitch for not saying?
Subreddits and similar harassment just caused another creator to commit suicide. Yeah, I heard about
Whoa,
that.
in Minecraft.
It's so sad. The legal complaints are in California for denims and Frogan. Wait, what do you mean? Because the legal system is fundamentally broken, if you have a lot of money, you can do this kind of thing. When you're depraved and you're manic and you're an insane person, not only does he have an unlimited amount of money and power, he also makes content off of this. So Look, snide. Right?
So from what I can gather, the legal system busted, and ethanklein can make quite a bit of money out of it because he's manic and crazy. To be fair, I mean, you guys kept poking the bear constantly to the point where eventually Ethan was going to respond. And here we have Hassan pondered where the heroes are, pondered where the heroes are in the streaming space to keep Ethan, Asmongold in check. Rallied the truth. Said if it were years ago, other big content creator would have called him out. A lot of big CC stay away. Less safe space for fan. I mean, to be fair, given the way Twist is and a bunch of different factors, right, dealing with more political and social issue, a lot of people will not, and a lot of people are heavily divided or even straight up don't want to get involved, and rather they would just milk this and cover the story than getting involved because it's safer than getting involved, right? If you state an opinion, you keep it as an opinion, and that's all you do, you're less likely to be driven into this kind of stuff.
Numerous examples of people that were just like cast aside as pariahs, but nowadays, a lot of the people that do speak out about this shit, a lot of people that do speak out about this kind of stuff, are actually some of the most awful people, right? It's Keemstar orbiters that rely on this constant cycle of toxicity. So even the good side of commentary YouTube just basically stays quiet. And a lot of the big content creators try to stay away.
But what do you mean by the good side? Do you mean the good side that is on your side, or the good side that is neutral and they'll defend or attack whoever? You can tell that there's a little bit of bias because I think what it is a lot of the commenters on YouTube or relentlessly attacking Hassan Piker for a lot of obvious reasons. Now, I clearly have made my point about Hassan, and I do not like the guy. So I don't consider myself a commenter, and hope to God I don't consider myself that.
Away from this drama because they don't want this kind of toxicity to come their way, which is understandable. Nobody wants this kind of a psychopath up their asshole all the time. But that's the problem. The less people push back against people like this, or even Asmongold, for example, for saying a whole bunch of insane things that actually make this space that we occupy a less safe space.
It's all he's doing is complaining about a less safe space. I mean, come on, Hassan. Like, how are you any better than Ethan or Asmon? I mean, you literally had a guy from an organization from, I believe, Lebanon or from Palestine. How is that any better? I feel like what it is you're getting so much pushback and you're unable to handle the crushing feel of that pushback because there's a whole lot of people that hate you more than they say hate Asmongold. I think because Asmongold is such more normie friendly, it's less likely for him to be attacked. And I think because of a lot of different, and because of the situation, let's say in the Middle East, and also stuff between you and Ethan Path and a bunch of other factors, a lot of people don't want to attack Ethan. Now, there is another reason, but I don't want to say it out loud because obviously I can get slammed for that take. I'm going to cover 3 different tweets back to back. XQC doesn't think you should take the Casey Tron and Cole tier serious. Point to the time Casey has target order. When he sees a weak target, he strikes as hard as he can. This is very common for a lot of people to do.
Okay. Don't let the tears blind you from how low these people stoop when they see an opportunity to strut like some shit about me when I was into my court.
Side note, I could now I'm seeing why some people in the past weirdly enough lumped me in with XQC. I have a lot of vocal improvement I have to do till then, till I can get out of that lumpingness. Now that I'm hearing his voice, and now as I'm talking, because my microphone, I can hear my own voice as I'm talking to my microphone, which is very, very useful on my end. It does make the gain a lot louder, so it makes me sound way more louder, but it is very useful when I am trying to hear what I'm saying. Right? Like if I mess up a word, I can hear how I mess it up. And I wonder if XQC has the same thing as well. Now, next story, Asman and his editor seem to be loving the KC Tron/Ethan fallout. You shouldn't have talked shit. What do you think I am, a target dummy? Silly Billy.
Several years of my life. It's just like, I don't know if
It's not the next several, it's your whole life. Your whole life on the internet's just gonna keep getting worse.
you know, I'm just so fucking tired. It's like you don't get a lot of support.
I'm not tired. I just woke up.
You know, Asmongold's community, Tectone's community is now claiming.
That's right. You shouldn't have talked shit about me. What do you think? I'm a target dummy? You think I'm supposed to just take it? And also, I barely even talk about you. The only time I think about you is whenever you're talking about me.
Claiming that Tectone is going to sue.
I didn't realize there was a lot of beef between Caseytron and Asmongold. I'm not gonna lie, whoever edited this is a brilliant genius, because this is the funniest shit ever. The editing is top tier.
Me for defamation.
Oh. Remember how I said I thought it was going to get worse?
Wait, hang on a minute. What's going on here? You got Caseytron asleep in the bottom right, okay?
She's reacting, guys. Guys, she's reacting.
Thought.
How much do you want to bet that our viewers probably go down the moment that she wakes up? The amount.
That's brutal. Now we have one more story for this particular segment, and that's actually Amaru. Amaru talked briefly about the ethanklein lawsuit. They react to people they hate, and they're like, "Watch me," so that they don't get any views. Yeah, you can't do that. Believe it or not, this is what made me start to cover this more closely, because this Amaru thing really caught my attention, because this won't be the last time they'll bring up Amaru. Or actually, this won't be the last time I'll bring up Amaru in this. So here we have Amaru going on about this situation and his whole take. I'm not gonna play this. She's just bringing up the whole lawsuit and how people are getting sued and how it must, I think, hopefully her situation is different. If for some weird reason there's a weird cut, mostly because I didn't realize that she was playing copyrighted music. I didn't realize the twists, they're a lot more lenient over there. I don't want my shit to get hit or have to like go through an editing process to just like get that. So I'm just gonna cut that part where we move over to the Amaru. But essentially it's just Amaru talking about making a statement and comment about the situation. And how she, I think in her own right, and a lot of other Twitch people are worried that they may be targeted by a lot of YouTubers, because of, a lot of them just sit there not really saying much and then just get a bunch of views and money. Again, it sort of reminds me of back when the React stuff with the big problem on YouTube, where people would just sit in there, they'll just sit in a chair, not say anything for hours or like even for minutes, and they'll let a video completely play and not give a response. If people remember the whole Jinx situation and how big that became a huge issue, what makes me wonder if Jinx is still alive or not. I'm pretty sure he's still around. But yeah, the whole Jinx stuff, again, this reminds me of Jinx, or Jinxie, or whatever his name was. Oh boy. We're not done yet. Hassan says if he offered financial support to Denims, Forger, Casey, Sean, you will never hear about it. Again, this is another story that really spurred me into wanting to cover this. Probably if I do a live stream, we may just do like a whole like speed run of all the stuff, and I have to remind myself to not play the Amaru video, so I don't get hit with copyright. But I think I may do a proper like stream on this stuff, because I think this is actually much more interesting. It's a lot more in depth. Look like the lawsuit against Sean will be moving forward. One final offer: if his son donates 25K to eat GoFundMe, I would tear up the Sean D Black complaint. Also remind Piker that any secret donation he may or may not do will be dug up during discovery, which we all knew is true.
I feel like if I don't give any attention to this with my platform, it's like then I feel like I'm leaving these people defenseless.
Okay, we move on to the next one. H3 subreddit attempt to explain Ethan game plan with Hassan and his orbiter, proving to these people that their friend don't actually back them, just back themselves and their own ego. Movement was never band of friends or only a pyramid scheme of ego stroking Hassan Piker. Basically, it's proving that these people that they're his friends don't actually back them. They just backed himself and their own ego, and then the movement he was never a unified band of friends to begin with. Only a pyramid scheme of ego stroking with one Hassan Piker. So yeah, essentially that all of it is just dick riding Hassan Piker. Admin jokes that Hassan doesn't want to donate to the IDF after eating challenge into dealing hunger.
Great.
Beyond what I've done thus far. You will never hear about it.
That's great. Okay. Let's see what this is. We got one more. If I don't know. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Why would Hassan want to donate money to the IDF? It doesn't make sense.
I think it's just meant to be a bit of a joke. Okay, so we move on. And then Denim applied that she will not settle with Ethan as Orbiter legal counsel and will be fighting the lawsuit. Hold on 1 second. Sorry if there was a weird cut. I just wanted to double check that there was no copyrighted music. Okay, let's continue. Then it's implied that she will not settle with Ethan, has Orbiter legal counsel, and will be fighting the lawsuit in court.
Lawsuit stuff. Just to reiterate with all of you, I will be fighting this lawsuit. I have legal counsel. They are actively working towards drafting some stuff. I can't really share more than that right now, but I can't really share strategy right now. But they are working tirelessly for this case, and I can assure all of you that all of this is going to directly fund the paperwork, the documents that are currently being worked on that will be filed, and I'm very excited to once it is filed and once it's public to share it with you guys. So yes, very, very exciting stuff. We are going forward.
So I guess he's actually gonna fight the lawsuit, but I don't think it's really gonna win, given that good old Ethan probably has enough money to keep this going as long as possible, and she probably doesn't. The best thing that probably is gonna end up happening is they may sit out of court, or she may have to do a public apology. But as things are going, I don't even know about that. So the future is unknown of where the lawsuit is going to be, but as we know, this will be updated every single day or something. Now we got a couple here. We're gonna speed run. Nicola Diorio laugh at Hassan, implying that law tubers are covering for Ethan. No, they're just telling you the fact of the
What
case.
are you saying?
Legal YouTubers and free speech people are extra quiet. No, I think there's some legal YouTubers who have covered it, but they're like pro Ethan. Yeah.
No, they're just telling you the fucking facts of the case. What are you saying? Oh, dude, I'm sorry. They're compromised.
I mean, that's pretty true for the most part, because, like, come on, most people don't want to read it. First off, I would imagine that a lot of people do not want to back Hassan. Even if they really agree with him, they probably just don't care enough, or just they don't want to back him because there's no gains. Even if they agree with him politically, there really isn't a lot of gain. Now, I retweet implying that Ethan is acting like Donald Trump in his lawsuit in hoping to silence his critic. Ethan Klein is literally using Donald Trump tactics of trying to bleed your opponent and drive everything they have to silence them. Is so insane. Machiavellian, I don't know. Asmin Go talked about Hassan bridging tactics and how it's far less effective on social media now. Just like you tweet about me all the time saying negative thing of LFC, I'm going to respond. Hassan actively tried to get his community to bridge to create a false majority.
This torrent of hate.
That's right. And I'm going to keep doing it too. Just like you do. Just like you do. Hassan tweets about me all the time. He has opinions.
That is true.
He's bringing up my stream all the time, reacting to my videos, saying negative things about me. Of course I'm going to do that. Of course I'm going to respond. Like, Hassan actively tries to get his community to brigade. Like, for example, like with the iDubbbz video. Like, he actively tries to weaponize his community to create a false amount of people that are like basically a false majority. And I think that what's happened is that kind of like control is falling away. It's going away.
I try to explain to people that this, like content creators, that this kind of silence in this circumstance unironically creates a less safe environment for everyone, including themselves, because these guys will eventually.
I mean, if you're tweeting about somebody constantly and you're attacking them or whatever, right? What do you expect? What do you expect? Now here we have this again. It's this actually spurred me to cover it. H3 Snark and Lefty Twitter has now set their sight on Amaru after she gave a brief and mid-take on the Ethan lawsuit. Amaru talked briefly about the Ethan lawsuit. They react to the people they hate and they're like to watch, right? Amaru, a woman who has a podcast with Asman and Taxiton, I'm shocked. The level of pick-me this girl resort is so insane. Amaru is that singer who sometimes does. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that. Useful little token. See, Amaru. Essentially, she had a take that people didn't like, and now people are just completely bombasting her. Or not bombastic. They're just hitting her extremely hard. And I think stuff like this it's causing people to not want to be on your side, even if you think it's a little crazy that what Ethan doing to Hassan. Stuff like this is not helping your case at all. We're almost done, guys, I promise. Okay, guys, we're at the final stress. Ethanklein lawsuit has hit national TV on ABC News in Australia.
In a space where is the line between just ripping off someone's content and reacting to it, or where are you actually adding a lot of commentary to it, and are you actually transforming that piece? Anyway, in California, this has got underway.
Yeah, that is a good thing to bring up because, again, the Jinx situation almost 10 years ago, it's crazy to say that happened 10 years ago, was a really big debate among people whether or not what is considered transformative stuff. I wouldn't really say that my stuff is any better than the stuff we saw with Jinx. I would say that it's one step above it, but not any better. I would say that if you want somebody that's a lot more transformative in the terms of commentary, or at least of that nature, Lud Brisket, I can't. The guy who covers Keemstar, I think he does a better job and is a lot more transformative than obviously than my stuff, and I will always say that much. And I think if anything, he's a good example of somebody who can do commentary, and be very transformative when you're talking about that kind of stuff. I'm just probably one step or even half step above people like Jinx and all that, and I'm very aware of it, and I'm very self-aware of it. Ethan continued posting LawTuber talking about his lawsuit. LawTuber. This time, it's uncivil law responding to Casey Tony Ethanklein debate request. There's a moderator to the debate. It's called federal judge. Good luck.
Out right now, but tell Ethan I will debate him. Oh, is he running away with?
You can debate him. You can debate him in a court of law. So you want to debate Ethanklein? You have your opportunity. You have your opportunity. There's a moderator to the debate. It's called a federal judge.
And you're boned. Admin dropped a warning to those accusing him of weaponizing his audience. We're going to take care of this problem. Can't guarantee results. It may not happen immediately, but I don't know if you want to act like a victim. Maybe you deserve it. I think this is for... I can't think. Sorry, guys. I think this is meant to be a retaliation towards Casey Tron and how she uses it for people. I just wanted to add that in.
So this is another person who's trying to advocate for getting me deep.
We're just gonna keep moving. This is stuff relating QC. I don't think any of this really matters. I think we're just gonna get to the last clip, which is this one. I don't know why I'm adding those in there. I'm just gonna do it. But it could also be that the coffee I had a couple hours ago, because I'm recording at 3:31 a.m. and the coffee I had that was around like 8-9 o'clock for my stream, it's still kicking in. My second one is kicking in. I don't even know how I'm gonna do this video, but all I do know is I want to get it over and done with. Asman Gold and content creator probably aren't defending Hassan in the Ethan drama because they don't agree. A lot of probably don't agree or like you. Octum Razor may not want to deal with the harassment from your community, so they don't openly state it. Sadly, I may get quite harassed. Who cares?
Another big reason why a lot of other content creators don't speak out, and this is something Hassan might not want to hear, is because a lot of them probably don't agree with you or like you. I mean, it's Occam's razor. The simplest answer is probably the correct one. If nobody's defending you and everybody says that you're wrong, maybe it's because people don't like you. Now, they might not want to deal with the harassment from your community, and so they don't openly state it. And by the way, that's the exact same thing you're accusing people like me of. But at the same time, you just presuppose that all of these people completely agree with you. It's ridiculous. Like, do you really think that all of these wholesome, normal, like good, family-friendly YouTubers watch you promote terrorism, and then they think, oh, wow, that's my guy?
Yeah, essentially. I don't know what else we can do or whatever, right? I think it's the tail end of everything I wanted to cover, and I think that's perfectly fine. Ultimately, this lawsuit will continue, and I don't think we're gonna see the end of it anytime soon. If anything, this will probably be dragged out maybe towards the end of the year at most. And I'm here to cover it, but I think when I'm covering this stuff, I need to be more on my feet and have to be willing to just work and get this stuff out. Now, honestly, when I'm looking at all of this, I would say that I think I could have done this way a lot better. I think if I gave myself a lot more time, got myself some sleep, that I probably could have easily made this video a lot better, maybe added more stuff, maybe been more careful, probably structured it better, and maybe just kind of filtered the things I wanted to talk about and look through. I do think this is a bit of a learning experience on my end about when I do stuff like this. We are finally at the tail end of everything, and I like to thank everybody who watches. I think I'm probably going to get very criticized on the way I did this video, and I think that's perfectly fine. If anything, I think this would have been better off at more of a stream. But hey, you gotta learn, and maybe from learning this, I can maybe do this a lot more better. Till next time, God bless. One of the other stuff, I mean, like, be right back stuff, and my mic is dead. Oh, I can't even do a video. Cool. Fucking great. You gotta have a spare mic for this. Cool. Love my life. It's still recording. God help me now. I think I need a new mic, guys. Maybe I'll keep this in the background just for like bloopers. Maybe that's what I'll do, right? To have a little bit more fun. Oh my god, this mic doesn't even work itself. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that. I guess we're gonna have some bloopers tonight. We're gonna have some bloopers for this video. A special of my mic dying on me. God help me.